After being bullied by the prettiest girl in school for 3 years, I did something petty and ugly. I used her photos and started an online relationship with a rich heir. He was gentle, polite, and generous with money. His only flaw was that he was a little too intense when it came to desire. Very quickly, with enough sweet talk, I got 4 years of college tuition out of him. On the day I decided to break up with him, I asked casually, "Baby, what would you do if I suddenly disappeared?" He laughed, his tone turning dangerous. "Sweetheart, don't joke about that. I don't like it." I didn't respond well to pressure, so I deleted him. Later, by accident, I ended up interning at the same tech company as the girl who had bullied me. On our first day, the CEO from headquarters came down for an inspection. I stood at the very back of the crowd. When I looked up, I saw a face so familiar my breath stopped. Before I could react, the man's gaze landed on Summer Blake's face, and his eyes suddenly lit up. The man I had dated online for 3 years was standing right in front of me. The impact was too much. For a few seconds, my mind went completely blank. By the time I came back to myself, his steps had paused. Then he suddenly turned and walked straight toward us. My heart pounded. I carefully lifted my eyes. The man was breathtakingly handsome, his expression unreadable, his whole body carrying a cold, untouchable aura. He wore a black shirt I had once seen in his photos. It framed his broad shoulders and narrow waist with clean precision. A section of wrist showed beneath his cuff. Faint veins lay under the skin, restrained and powerful. Bennett Vale. He was taller than in the photos, more handsome, harder to look away from. Our supervisor whispered that Mr. Vale was here to inspect the work. She told us not to be nervous. He had no time to bother with interns like us. The words had barely left her mouth when Bennett's steps slowed. A cufflink slipped without warning from his wrist.